Welcome to episode 180 of Sold with Updike Pugh.
I'm Jeff Updike.
And I'm Weston Pugh. And we've got a great show for you today. As you can see, Jeff is a little flat today, so you may not hear much from him, but we know he's thinking about us. So today was a great day in real estate. It seems like the market has continued to perk along. We did see a little bit of a dip in the market this week. There is a little thought out there that it could have been because some of the graduations were taking place here in Texas, which caused a slowdown in some of the showings. And also what we saw was that some of the open houses had a little less traffic than we had expected before. Still, in many of the houses that we were making offers on and had open ourselves, we noticed that we did still continue to get multiple offers. Maybe not the 15, the 20, but in the 5 and the 6 range. So that being said, it also looks like one of the other components and multipliers affecting today's traffic is the interest rates. Interest rates last Tuesday did go up, and that created a bit of a reining in of the traffic there on Wednesday. So it was a very interesting. And as we look at the market snapshot, you will see that this kind of has been an interesting week where we have some ups and we have some downs. It looks like when we're comparing last week to this week that the number of coming soons was down 2%. So last week we had 100 and this week we had 98, which isn't a big change, but that is still one of the things that we have. When we look at new listings on the market, that's up a whopping 28%. And I have to say that that is one of the highest numbers that we have seen with new listings coming on the market. That's up to 527 versus last week, which was 413. Now, when we go over to the option period is when the contract has been agreed upon by both the seller and the buyer and is executed. And it's during this time period that the buyer is able to do their due diligence to make sure the house is in the condition that they want, and then come back and negotiate repairs, concessions, or just take it as is. That number also went up 23%. 401 went into the active option period, and that is up over 326 from the week before. These are great numbers, and we like to see things moving in this direction. So pending is the number of homes that have actually moved out of option period and active contingent and now are really just waiting to close. There's not many elements left that would stop the contract from getting to the closing table. And that is down 20%. So that is 255 versus 319 last week. Now, one of the contributing factors that may be affecting the reason why pendings were down this week is for the simple fact that that was the end of the week or the end of the month almost. And so you have a drag of people putting in the actual criteria into MLS. So there is a little shift on that. When it's closed, it doesn't immediately close in MLS. It still has to go through the process, and office administrators have to get that done. So that's why it's not the exact moment that it happens. Now, as we look at solds are also up 7%. So there's 417 that closed in the last 7 days in the Dallas County, and that is versus 390, which is last week. So overall, we're seeing the traffic begin to shift, and I think that goes back to last week where we saw or when I was talking about last weekend, where we saw things just soften up just a hair. So it is a positive note in the market, and so we are glad to have that bit of relief. So one of the great things that we can do here at Updike Pugh is if there is a neighborhood that you're interested in, or even your own neighborhood, we can actually break out a portal for you that creates a snapshot of what is actually happening. Now, we can actually send you the solds, the pending, and the coming soon, not just the active. So it really gives you a full spectrum of what is happening in your neighborhood and helps you make the best educated decision. So if that's something you're interested in, let us know. We'd be happy to make that happen.